Hey my friends, welcome back to Arms Only Gaming. Let's go and kick some ass in one of my all-time favorite classic Sega games, Streets of Rage 2. Streets of Rage 1 was fine, 3 was fine, but number 2 to me holds a very special place in my heart. So join me as we go look at 2 of the stages in this classic. I'll see you inside.
Why are you running?
Could you ever get tired of seeing that Sega logo popping up on your screens? I don't think so. 1 year after the battle, the city that had been plagued with crime and violence was safe and peaceful. The coolest thing I remember when I saw this game for the first time was were those hands coming over the city. However, evil has once again cast its shadow over the city. Seeing this villain, Mr. X. I wonder if it's the same Mr. X from Sex and the City. I don't know, it might be. But gameplay-wise, this one picked up the pace for me. It looked better, it handled better. The special moves that you could do were actually much more fun, you know. Especially when you use a character like Axel, who was, to me, was the most balanced character in the Streets of Rage games. You know, he had that flaming punch, he had the jabbing thing you could do, and I kind of liked the way you could see the enemies, you know, see their names. They had these typical gamer names from the 90s. I mean, Max is okay. I mean, yeah, obviously Blaze is the more balanced one. Skate is a lot faster. But I've always had a soft spot for Axel. In a way, he kind of reminds me of Ken from Street Fighter 2. Colorful galore. This game is... The first thing that grabbed me when I played this for the very first time was how fun it is to beat these guys up. I mean, look at those names. Y Signal, R Signal, Galatia, Y Signal, you know, it's... I mean, you could do headbutts, you could punch them. I did do the fire punching and the jabbing stuff a lot in this thing. Oh, of course, yeah, you have your jumping kicks and all that stuff. To me, this screams perfect vintage Sega games. If you haven't played Streets of Rage, I don't know, you're missing out. It was one of the most fun... I guess it kind of compared to games like Final Fight and all that stuff. For me, yeah, I spent a lot of time on this. The only sad thing I can say is my original cartridge, that you know, my original Streets of Rage cartridge, that doesn't work anymore. It's one of the few games. I mean, I've opened up the cartridge over the years and tried to fix it as best I could, but I just couldn't get it to work again. My Streets of Rage 1 cartridge still works, but the number 2 doesn't. So luckily for me, I could find this on that Sega Mega Drive Classics that I downloaded on the PS Network, and I could relive this again. I know there was a way that you can actually throw the knife at the enemies, but I never got that right. He does have some very cool moves. I mean, he has the kicks, he has the flaming punches. That sound effect when he hits the guys on the head with that pipe, it's just, you can almost feel the pain. You can feel the skull crushing pain. That guy always used to get me, the sneaky one. Altet, Y Signal. Some of these names are... Of course, it's a very cool game if you play it with with one of your friends as well. Multiplayer games and all that stuff. Like I said in the Golden Axe video, it's one of those things where, you know, you always used to fight on who's going to get the pickup. Who's picking up the apple, who's picking up the knife, who's picking up the bat. The health or the one-up free character. I remember I thought the first time I saw this guy, he looked very cool. This I guess he's like a sub-boss. He's not a real boss, but Jack, you know, he looked like the perfect punk you would find in these alleyways. If you have the pipe in your hand, you're actually okay. And if you don't take those hits, I love that move. The only bad thing about those moves, including that one and the fire punch, that actually takes down your health as well while you're doing those moves. So you have to be very careful and pace yourself. Of course, you can break the tables and chairs and stuff for health pickups and, you know, points and all that stuff. The good old days when points used to matter in the game, you know, the high score in the game. If you had the high score in a specific game, you were king, man. It was one of the good things. Again, great game design for a game from the 90s on a 16-bit cartridge. And again, the sound, the soundtrack that's going with this sounds amazing for that time. I wonder if kids nowadays realize how big 16 bits really is. You know, to put a whole game on it, it's like, wow. This is one, like I said, it's one of the better Sega games that came out in the 90s. There were tons of them. I'm still trying to find Earthworm Jim. I'm still trying to find a way that I can play that. I've seen videos from other creators on YouTube, gaming creators that actually has posted videos of Earthworm Jim. I haven't found an emulator yet, and I have no idea how to rig my old Mega Drive up to my system so I can maybe do a screen grab of that. I'll figure it out. I always used to feel bad at this point. Like, I mean, here's this lovely blonde Electra, and I'm beating the shit out of her. Giving her a couple of Mike Tyson punches. Oh, that scream sounds so... I don't know if you noticed, I think the guy that stood behind the bar there, he was actually this guy. Barbon. What a name for a boss, but okay. Barbon just punched the hell out of me. In the first Streets of Rage, you can use your one of your buttons to call in some help. You know, press a button and the screen would pan back, a police car would pull up, and depending on what character you had, they would shoot something at you. It would either be flaming balls or rockets or whatever. That's why they added the special punches and all that stuff to the characters. They took away that part from Streets of Rage 1. It's fine. The other three, all three of these games are legendary. They are just great beat-em-upper, side-scrolling games. But I don't know. I just had a very close kinship with Axel in Streets of Rage 2. You used to spend a lot of time, just, you know, when you wanted to just relax and sit down and just enjoy gaming, spend hours just beating up random people. How cool would it be if we ever got a Streets of Rage for the PS5 versions, you know? The over-the-shoulder, maybe Resident Evil look thing. Brash just got me, and he got me almost again. Like in all these games, I mean, they recycle characters the whole time. You think you see new characters, but you really don't. You just see old characters with new color skins on them. But I guess it didn't really matter back then. Again, hence the size of the game, hence the size of the content that's in there. U3. Love these villainous names. Now this guy is a killer, man. Kung Shu. He's the kung fu master of. He's not faring too well against my lead pipe at the moment. So, oh my hair. I like that. I like that poster in the background. Ooh, baseballs. Well, what does it say? Do baseballs. Well, I thought it says ooh baseballs. Do baseballs. And look at some of those sponsors there on the stands. Audio. Very nice. I enjoyed playing this last night and just, beating up. I did actually get to stage, what was it, 5 or something like that, but I don't want to make the videos too long. I just want to show you guys and just share some of my memories about this stuff. If you would like me to do full playthroughs, let me know down in the comments if you would like to see full playthroughs of these games that I'm doing. But these are just mini versions of what you were missing out as a kid if you never played these. First thing I'm going to do when my nephew grows up, I'm going to introduce him to retro gaming and stuff before he gets to play the modern games. Well, mind you, by the time he's probably a teenager, PlayStation would have a version 12 or something like that. I don't know. I used to feel so bad beating up the women enemies in the thing. It's the same when you have to kill animals and stuff. I mean, that's one thing. You play games like Bloodborne and stuff, you kill wolves, you kill dogs and all that stuff. And I mean, I'm a huge lover of animals. I know it's a game, I know it's an enemy, but it still feels wrong. And the same thing happens when you beat up a woman. It's just not right. Well, I was brought up that way. And if you do stuff like that, you're can't say that on the channel. But you know what you are, you're a piece of scum. Oh yeah, he was Mr. Big Ben, Mr. Fatty. Moves quite fast for a big guy. Yeah, I forgot about that maniacal laughter that he has. I remember this one thing, that base where you stand on, when I'm standing on now, it actually sinks into the ground and you start going downwards. And I remember when I was a kid, this used to give me headaches. Because if it moves at that speed, it's fine. If you only focus on what's happening in the foreground and stuff. But the faster that thing used to go, it used to give me headaches. Because I would try and focus on the whole screen as a whole. Bayatko. I mean, if these guys are dropping in from the roof and this thing is going lower, this thing has dropped probably 6 or 7 stories already. How did how did these guys survive the fall? I mean, some food for thought there. You see the background moving faster and faster and faster. But even now, I try not to focus on it too much. Because I can feel a headache coming on. Hey man, these characters look good. I mean, even if they use different color schemes on them. I mean, look at the Akiro. Look at his nice color palette. You know, the orange and red and blue. Yeah. Hey, your punch has nothing to mine, bro. Nothing. Oof. Finally, this thing stopped, man. Now, I did actually die when I fought this character. I mean, it's pretty obvious to see who they used as a inspiration for this boss. I mean, if anybody tells me that doesn't look like the Ultimate Warrior from all WWE or WWF fame, then you're crazy. So I thought to myself, you know what? Should I end the game at this point? But let's take another character. Let's put a wrestler against a wrestler. And I remember the character Max. He's very strong, and he had some good, pretty good power moves and all that stuff. So yeah, I thought let's use Max against this guy. This looks like a classic WWF wrestling match back in the day. Muscular, big guys, and all that stuff. Max is definitely the more bulky guy. Oh yeah, he had that shoulder charge move. Only downside to Max's character is he moves very slowly. Hey my friends, but that's it. I mean, it's like I said, I only played a couple of these stages and stuff. If you would like to see full playthroughs of these games, let me know down below. I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for the subscribing, and thank you so much for being so kind to me. You guys are amazing, and I really appreciate each and every one of you out there. Keep well, stay safe in this crazy world, and I will see you guys in the next one. Cheers, my friends.